Hello everyone. In the last session we discussed about importance of skeletal system and what it is made up of. In this session we are going to discuss different types of 206 bones present in our body. So let's start. It is said that bones are the living tissue. Very important point. Bones are tissue. As I said earlier also, it is a living tissue made up of a compact bone tissue and a spongy bone tissue. Means the outer structure of the bone is hard. Compact means hard, and inside it is a spongy bone tissue which is generally known as bone marrow, which is inside the bone. Bones are the major constituent of bone is calcium, and it is said that there are 206 bones in our human body. The 206 bones are divided or the skeletal system in human beings, okay, which forms the 206 bones which form the framework of our body and which form the skeletal system. This skeletal system is divided into two types. First is axial skeleton and second is appendicular skeleton. It is said that axial skeleton consists of all the bones belonging to our trunk region, that is our head, back, chest, etc. That is a trunk region. So axial skeleton consists of 80 bones. Our trunk region, it is also known as torso. Okay, the main body you can say consists of 80 bones, whereas appendicular skeleton consists of 126 bones. Appendicular skeleton, you can say bone in shoulder joint, bones in hip joint, as well as your bones in your legs and hands, which all total constitute of 126 bones, whereas the bones of your head, you can say the central part of your body, head, chest, backbone, etc. consist of 80 bones. So axial skeleton 80 bones, appendicular skeleton 126 bones. Now let's see what all things are included in axial skeleton. The first part of axial skeleton is said to be skull. Okay. The skull is made up of 22 bones. You can see, you might have seen some structures in science laboratories, in advertisements, in your books. So this is the structure known as skull. This upper part of the skull is known as cranium. Okay, the upper part of the skull is known as cranium, whereas the facial part of the skull is known as facial bones. Okay, this includes cranium as well as facial bones. So it is said that this whole skull, this you can see, this whole white color structure consists of 22 bones, and out of this 22 bones, cranium consists of 8 bones which are fused together, whereas 14 bones are present in your face. Okay, so you have 14 bones in your face, facial bones they are said to be, whereas 8 bones cover your very delicate structure, that is brain, and they together are known as cranium. Okay, so what is cranium? Cranium is the part which protects your brain, made up of 8 bones fused together, whereas you have 14 bones present in your facial region, including maximal, mandible, etc. Now, as I give you the example, if I want to pack any delicate thing, if I want to gift you a glass frame, I will pack it in a hard structure. In the same way, the brain is a very delicate organ and very important organ. Imagine you yourself with brain. Without brain? Have you seen any person without brain? No, everybody has brains. So this brain is a very delicate organ and hence we have to protect it. Who is protecting it? The hard covering outside, that is the cranium, is protecting our brain. So this, what is the function of skull? It protects the structure of, or gives support to the structure of face, as well as protects the brain, or serve as a protective cavity for the brain. Okay, if imagine your face is not having bones, it will be just a ball like structure, you will not have a proper structure. So skull is giving you a proper structure. In addition to this, it is protecting a very delicate organ present in your brain, that is very delicate organ present in your body, that is brain. Okay, so this is the first part of axial skeleton. Moving to the second part, that is rib cage. So you might have seen people going to gyms or some small children tending to show their ribs. Okay, they do something and stretch their body and you can see the ribs. The front side you can see some circular shaped structures as you see here. You can see it externally also in some person who are regularly exercising. Okay, so what is this rib cage? Cage meaning a protection. Again, what are we protecting here? We are protecting a delicate organ such as lungs and heart. Okay, so this cage is generally, you can imagine a cage in a zoo where we protect the animals. In the same way, there is a cage in our body, and this cage is protecting lungs and heart. And this cage, which is present in your chest region, in your uh, front side, that is known as rib cage. Okay, so rib cage is present in your chest region. Very important point, we have to remember where it is present, otherwise you will confused where it is present. So you can touch your chest and see, you will see some heart shaped structures. So these heart structures are rib cage. It is said that it is made up of 12 flat circular bones. You can see this is first circular bone, this is second, third, fourth. In this way you have 12 flat circular bones. But a cage will be closed when it is attached to something at the front as well as at the back. Otherwise the cage will be open, which will not be defined as a cage there. Right? The structure will be open. Hence it is said that in the front side, okay, front side in biology is also always said to be ventral side, is always said to be ventral side, whereas the back side is always said to be dorsal side. Please remember, front in biology is said to be the ventral side, back in biology is said to be the dorsal side. So it is said that in the front, in the ventral side of your body, these rib bones are attached to the sternum or chest bone. Sternum is also said to be chest bones. Okay, so there is a hard bone present right in between of your chest, and to this sternum all the ribs are attached. And towards the back or the dorsal side of your body, it is attached to the vertebral column. Okay, to the front side it is attached to the sternum. On the back side you can see this is attached to your vertebral column. Again, the function is protection, support, and it also helps in respiration. This is very important. Okay, so rib cage helps in respiration. Remember this. In addition to this, rib cage or bones or ribs number 1 to 7, ribs of number 1 to 7 are said to be through ribs because they are directly attached to the sternum, whereas number 8, 9 and 10 are indirectly attached to the sternum. You can see here they are first attached to number 7 and then number 7 is attached to the sternum. Since they are indirectly attached to the sternum, they are said to be false ribs. Okay. Why they are said to be false ribs? Because they are not directly attached to the sternum. Which ribs? 8, 9 and 10. Whereas 11 and 12 are said to be floating ribs. Why floating? Because they are only attached to the vertebral column and not to the sternum. Okay, because they are only attached to the vertebral column and not to the sternum. These are few important points which you have to remember. In addition to protection, support, it helps in respiration. It also gives a proper structure to your body. So that was all about rib cage. Rib cage. Why cage? Because it is protecting, giving support, helps in respiration, present in the chest region, attached to the sternum on the ventral side and vertebral column on the back side, consists of 12 bones. 7 are through, 3 are false and 2 are floating ribs. Thank you.